Okay, we're going to do some story problems here in this lesson. It says Chip earns a base salary of $500. And by the way, with your notebook, you can just split it into two. Okay. Or actually, no, I'm going to use one page for each problem. Okay. Chip earns a base salary of $500 as a car salesman. In addition to the salary, he earns $90 per product that he sells. If his goal is to earn $5,000, how many products will Chip need to sell? So at the bottom of the paper, you're going to put products equals. That's what you're trying to figure out. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to make a table up here, an XY table. Now I have two units here that are important in this problem. They're in bold, okay? Dollars and products, okay? But you have to get the right one in for X and the right one in for Y, okay? You can't mess them up. There's a way to tell which one should be X. X is called our independent variable. Y is called our dependent variable, okay? In story problems, there's a way to kind of get that. Whenever you have money, that needs to be Y, okay? Y is money. So then the other unit, the products have to be X. There's a way to know this, okay? Money, always Y. And if you have a time unit, which we don't in this problem, but if you have like minutes and seconds and all that, okay? Time is always X, because time's always independent of anything else, okay? I could drop, the whole world can end and time's still going to go on, okay? It's independent of anything else. When you pay money for something. It's usually always almost 99.99999% of the time always dependent on something, okay? So your independent unit X always starts at 0, okay? And then so before they even talk about products, he had to pay $500. Okay. He gets paid $500. And then they said he makes $90 per product. So after one, that'd be up to $590. I just add 90 every time. That 90 is called the rate of change. After two, you can add 90 to your $590. That's $680. And it keeps on going, okay? We need to know when he reaches $5,000, okay? So put, after your continuation dots, put 5,000. Now, what I want you to do is make 3 boxes, okay? If you had me for Algebra 1, you know where I'm going with this, okay? A box here, then a box here. Okay, put your 2 units down, products and money. Money's Y, products is X. Then beneath it we put our rate of change. We put the word per, we put the Y unit on top and the X unit on bottom. It's always Y per X. And we know the dollars per product is 90, okay? 90X. The X is there because he makes it every time he sells a product. So now, this is a linear equation because it goes up by 90 every time. Every step's worth the same amount. So put 90x at the beginning of your line. Plus, and your beginning amount was 500. So the equation is 500 plus 90x, and up at the top put equals y. And you just write that equation, okay? $500 plus 90x, which means 90 times the products, is equal to y. Now put that $5,000 in for y, okay? Because it's dollars, so I put 5,000. And since it's $5,000, dollars is y, so you put that in for y. 500 plus 90x equals 5,000. Now just solve it. X is multiplied by 90. You got to get this 500 constant out of here by subtracting it from both sides. And that's 4,500, and then 90 times x. Then divide by 90, divide by 90. Let's see, you can do it on a calculator. I'm going to do it in my head. That's 50. So we have to sell 50 products to make the $5,000. Okay, now I'm going to tear out the paper because I hate writing against the spiral. The fare for a taxi cab is $5 for a trip plus $50 per mile. The fare for the trip was $11.50. How many miles were on the trip? So we're finding out the miles. Miles equals. Okay, make a table up there, X, Y. The two units in bold are dollars and miles. Okay, again, dollars is Y, miles is X. So 0, 1, 2, or no, don't put the 1, 2 yet. Okay, we will eventually, but not yet. So before he travels any miles, he's got to pay $5. Okay, then 50 cents per mile. So 1, 2, and then it continues. So add 50 cents, $5.50. $6, and eventually he pays $11.50. We're trying to figure out how many miles that is. Okay, so use your rate of change to get the 1 and the 2, and then put that down there. Now make your boxes, and you got dollars and miles. Remember, dollars is Y, miles is X. And money's always Y. Time's always X. There's no time here, but per. So dollars per mile. Dollars per mile rate is 50 cents. So 50 cents X. That's your slope. That's your rate of change. We're going to do a lot more with slopes eventually, but it's what that's known as. And then you started at $5. So 5 plus 0.50x equals Y. Put an equals Y at the top. And you have now generated an equation for this. 5 plus 0.50x equals Y. Okay, well, we need to figure out what goes with $11.50. So it's $11.50. And again, that's money, so it goes in for Y. And we are solving for X then, okay? So put $11.50 above the Y. So 5 plus 0.50x equals $11.50. Okay, so we're solving for X. It's multiplied by 50 cents, but we have to get rid of this 5 by subtracting. $11.50 minus 5 is 6.50, or 6.5. Now divide by the 0, not by 50, by 0.50. Okay, divide those two, you get 13. X equals 13. Okay. Okay, next problem. A website allows music groups to post their songs online. The people using the website can buy any of the posted songs. Each musician must pay $5 to use the website. Each musician earns 9 cents per download. If a musician earned $365 for particular songs, how many downloads did the song have? Okay. Alright, so XY table. Again, you got money and downloads. So dollars is your Y, downloads is your X. Now, this one has one key thing. It's like the same as the first two, but there's one key thing. You know that before you did any downloads, you had to pay $5, but compare the $5 with the 90 cents. He earns the 9 cents, but he pays the $5. So you need to make your 5 into a negative. Okay? So 1, 2. I don't think that happens on the assignment where you have a negative at the beginning. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm looking at them right now. I just want you to do some thinking. So now he earns 9 cents. The reason you're labeling that a negative 5 is because when he starts, he pays it, and then he starts earning it. So it'd be negative 5 plus 0.09, okay? Negative 491 plus 0.09, negative 482, and then you can make continuation dots because that goes on forever. He wants to earn 365. He wants to earn it, so that's positive 365. He needs to eventually get into positive. So make your boxes. Again, that negative is kind of tricky. I don't think it happens on your assignment, but on the two problems here, I think it'll be positive on top, but yeah. Okay, so dollars and downloads. Downloads is X, dollars is Y. So per dollars per download Dollars per download's 9 cents, so 0.09x is your rate of change. And then remember, you started at -5 plus, and then it equals y. So the equation is -5 because you pay it, then you start earning equals y. Alright, well, 365 is what we're trying to figure out, $365. So that goes in for y, and by the way, put downloads here at the bottom of the page. I forgot to do that. So we put that in for y so we can solve for x. -5 plus 0.09x equals 365. Okay, so you're solving for x. Get rid of your -5 by adding 5. That's 370. Then divide by 9 cents. Not by 9, by 0.09. And you might get a funky decimal, that's okay. Okay, round that up, 4,112, okay? Even though there's a 1 after it, round it up. Okay. See, I did not do negatives on the first one because he earns 500 and then he earns 90. They're both earned. Okay, here he pays $5 and then he pays 50. They're both paid, but these are different. Okay, and this one's going to be a little different too. You have a coupon for a $5 discount at a local supermarket. A bottle of olive oil costs $7. If you have $16 in your wallet, how many bottles of olive oil can you buy? Okay, so trying to figure out bottles. So make your table. So you got bottles and dollars again. X, Y, dollars is Y. Okay, bottles is X. So before we have any bottles, what's involved? Well, there's a $5 discount, but you don't pay the discount. So again, that's -5. Then when you start buying them, you know, so -5 plus 7, that's 2. So if you buy one bottle, it's going to cost $2 because remember you have a $5 coupon. Then add 7 again, that's 9, and it goes on forever. Well, you have $16, what can you afford? I think you know it's probably going to be 3, but we'll show the problem. So dollars and bottles. Y and X, and when you label your per, you got to put the Y unit on top, the X on the bottom. I should write that here. It's always Y unit per X unit. Y unit per X unit. Okay, so that's going to be 7, so that's going to be 7x. That's your slope. Okay, 7x. Remember you have -5 at the beginning. Equals y. So we have -5 plus 7x equals y. Okay, so $16 is replaced by y. So we have -5 plus 7x equals 16. Solving for x here. So get the -5 out by adding 5. Remember, a -5 is like a -5. So that's 21. 7 times x equals, now divide by 7. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay, so 3 bottles. Okay, now do the 2 problems here and then continue, and I got the next video is right there.